What's going on, everybody? So, just a recap for today. Kind of a crazy day for me. So, we'll just start with the two I held overnight. We'll start with the one that did not work out, MNKKQ. Just could not break 50 cents. I had my stop at 45 and it washed me out in the morning, stopped me out at the dead low of 42.5. It was pretty devastating. Took a way bigger loss than I wanted. It was just the one stock of the day that kind of got away from me. Um, it just, it hurt. It hurt waking up. I had a feeling it was going to do something like this, and I was hoping it would stop me out here at 45. And just worst comes to worst, I got stopped out here at 42.5, and that was just pretty devastating. It sucked. I'm just gonna have to try to avoid stocks like this. It's just gap down, so now it's just trying to fill the gap, but it's having a hard time at that level at 50 cents. And second green day just didn't really have enough volume to push through. So definitely we'll keep this on radar in the future. We just need a lot more volume to break through that 50-cent level. So then the other one was a Bitcoin stock, DMGG. Yeah. So this gapped up a lot more. It pushed a lot more into the open than I thought it would. I was just expecting a quick snipe in the mid 150, like the mid ones, like one in between 115 and 120. I just thought it can get that little bit of a push up there since Bitcoin was bouncing, and woke up, got a really nice gap up. Was trying to sell here at 130. And for some reason, just could not go through. I don't know why it does this, to where it just kind of hangs around, trades around right where my order is sitting, and just never fills. And so it dipped, and then I got my sell here at 130 finally. That was a nice gain this morning to make up for the bigger loss on MNKKQ. So then those are the two. I wasn't looking to hold this or looking for a push into the morning. I got a nice gap up like I wanted. It was more than I expected, so I took that bag right away. There's no need to get greedy. It's just those quick snipes you're looking for. And then HYSR is one that I took a loss on. So this one I was watching a long time ago. I was playing the breakouts on these. And I bought this first green day here and stopped out on this. It had a little washout in the morning, a red day, stopped out, and then the continuation. It had a beautiful move up to 33.89. So I was watching this for finally that momentum shift in the bounce. So it held that previous high of 17.5-ish, and just it got a little gap up, momentum shift first green day, and we took off up to 2. And then I was watching it in here when it was holding 19, and I decided to stay patient. Good thing I did. Washed out, and then it came back, and it was just holding this level right here. And so I decided to take a stab at it, risking VWAP, just small size, just to see if it was going to hold up or not, and see if we could perk back up towards the highs. But it ended up washing out, and it was only a $17 loss on that. So just a scratch, nothing really, nothing that will bother me or anything like that. That's why it's good to. That's why I personally like to just have starters. Take a small starter, and you can always add. You can always add when it's working out in your favor, and then that way when you stop out and take a loss, it's not some big loss, and it doesn't ruin your whole day. It used to happen to me all the time, where I'd get in midday, and I'd stop out and have like either just no more money to trade with for the day, or I just took a bigger loss, and I'm just trying to like revenge trade into the afternoon. So small loss here. You can shrug that off. No big deal. And then BRLL is another one. This one's just having a monster move. So huge move here, kind of a multi-day breakout. Really picked up speed. And then today it had a nice dip and rip. Failed to break down. And so I was watching it in here, and I actually looked at it at the perfect time It was just holding view up and holding 9 cents really well. And it kind of created this channel. And so I saw 95 as this little top here that I saw as a trigger. So once it broke above that on some volume is when I wanted to take a position, risking the lows here. And I only got a partial fill. I was looking to get 5,000 shares filled. I only got 1,111, which really sucked because we got a nice perk right away, right up. I mean, we broke high of day on that, which was really nice. I was not expecting that whatsoever. And sorry, I apologize. That is my text tone, which I think is pretty sweet, but it's a little annoying when you get too many text messages all at once. So yeah, it just created really nice support here and was just failing to break down. And then once, like, I wouldn't buy in here. I would wait for confirmation. So I wouldn't buy in here and just say, well, I'm expecting this to just perk up and fail to break down. Like, I'd wait, let it prove that it wants to fail to break down, and then buy the trigger once it started to break out of that consolidation. So like I said, I was trying to get 5K shares, only got 1,111, and I sold at 11,115 up into this push here, and I never looked back. It was like a 15% win. It was I only made $17, and then that will probably be only like $8 after commissions. So that sucks. It sucks, but it is what it is. You know, you're not going to nail everyone. It happens all the time that you're going to get a partial position like that. You know, it is what it is. So, you know, I was just looking for the quick snipe. Glad it did what I wanted. Yeah, that was that. So then the other one that I was watching was BLSP. And this one is number 5. Just that kind of that had a huge run up. So multi-day breakout. Breakouts have been hot. So multi-day breakout, and then it had a number 5 here. So I had a few red days, consecutive red days, and then finally you're seeing that momentum shift to where it gapped up, going green on the day finally, and it makes a nice run up to 3 cents. And then we get 3 more consecutive red days, which makes a higher low off that 1 penny. And we're starting to we got a gap up, a small gap up, but and then a push. So, I mean, I wish I would have bought it when it broke high of day at 15. That would have been an ideal buy. I didn't see it until it had already broken and it was testing 16. And I was just like, oh baby, this is gonna go. You know, I was pretty confident in this momentum shift. So plus you had some volume picking up. I took this a little too early. I mean, what I don't like about this trade is that I had a little bit of FOMO because of BRLL, because that partial fill, and watching it rip up like that, and me only winning like $8 after commissions, like that hurt. So I definitely came into this trade as like more revenge, you know, looking to make back that little not a mistake, but what could have been. And so I took it here at 15.9, and I was risking 15, and I just took too many shares, and it was going to be a bigger loss than I had wanted. So it made me really uneasy, and thank God it held 15.5 to a T. I was sitting there just watching it, and it looked like it was just going to break down. The size on the ask was just super big, and there's pressuring. But the other thing I kept thinking about was you got all this size on the ask and all this pressure, and it's not forcing it down. It's still holding up, it's still holding trend. And so it kept me kind of at ease. So I eventually once it started holding for like a half hour, I was like, and it perked up towards, we got this perk here. I was risking 15.5. As soon as, well, I was risking 15. My sell was going to be at 15.4. I don't like to keep my sell at 15.5 because if for some reason it did come back, test 15.5, I've been stopped out like that so many times and then watch it rip back up. So I usually have I had my sell at 15.4 just in case it comes back down and tests 15.5. I'm not getting stopped out um, because the trend is still intact. And so I sold when it topped out here at 17. I mean, to me, that was a really weak high of day break. And it just had so much selling pressure on the ask that I sold half at 16.5. I just took some weight off my shoulders and let the other 50,000. I had 100K shares in this, and so I had sold 50K at 16.5, and then let the half ride using 15.5 as cut. And once it perked, it was having a hard time getting above 17 here, and I just sold the rest of them at 17. I just played it safe and took like my 7-8%. It was too soon. I had my sell at 17.4 is where I had it sitting at. Just take my 10% and move on. But it was just the bigger size that was kind of just eating me away. I just couldn't help it. Just wasn't patient. Couldn't be patient. And I just sold. I just played it safe and just sold at 17, which I don't really regret just because of how much size was on the ask and all that pressure. It was looking, I don't know. I was just a little nervous about it. And I just played it safe. So I can't really complain about it. Win's a win. And it's nice to see that this hit my target and some. So that was a pretty nice play. I was pretty happy with it. And, yeah, those were all my trades for the day. That's the two I held overnight. The one scratch on HYSR. BRRL was a beautiful winner that should have been a lot bigger win dollar wise than it was. And then this, bigger size, a little too soon. Could have been a little bit more patient and just trust kind of the pattern. First green day, finding that momentum switch and making higher lows, really holding support, failing to break down even with all that big size. Could have held for a little bit longer. Could have sold, my target at 17.4 or probably even 18 if I would have just been a little bit more patient. But yeah, I really can't complain. Pretty nice Friday, pretty good way to end the week. And just got to learn from these mistakes, really review these trades and these charts, and just come back Monday level-headed, refreshed, ready to rock and roll. It's a new week. Every day is a new day. So can't let one bad trade or one bad day, linger into multiple days. You just got to learn from it, shake it off, and move on to the next one. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little recap. Please share with your friends or anybody who think would be interested or is getting into stocks. It's having some buddies in a little trading group that to be a part of is pretty awesome since nobody trades. So it's cool. It'll be cool to have more people to talk to about stocks. So hope you guys enjoy. Have a great week.